be yours. I always thought we could be more.
So hello, I'm Wes Horton. I'm here with my good friend Dylan, his girlfriend, and his great friend. And I haven't seen Dylan in a long time, and it's good to be back with him. We always catch up like good times. And I hear my good friend Dylan has some questions for me, so I'm gonna go ahead and let him take it away.
Alright, so the first question is, what is it like playing in the NFL?
What is it like playing in the NFL? I think it's highly competitive. I mean, every week you're going up against the best of the best, and that's the thing I love about it the most, is the competitive nature. Each week you have the opportunity to prepare your body, to prepare your mind, to go out there and play against the best of the best. And if you can go out there and make plays, you get rewarded for it. So it's solely on you and how you kind of carry yourself throughout the season, the little things that you do to make yourself successful on game day.
So next one is, what do you like most about playing in the NFL?
What I like most about playing in the NFL? I would say just like really honing my craft, the little techniques of my job, and applying it from the practice field and then from the practice field into the game.
Yeah.
And to see that transition is really cool to see, because it really comes down to trusting your coaching staff, and you know, you get time to work it out in practice. You get the feedback, and then you apply the feedback. So seeing that and then making plays in games, there's not a better feeling.
All right, so in your rookie year, what all teams was interested in you besides the Panthers that actually picked you up?
So I came in the league as an undrafted free agent. There was a handful of teams that wanted me. I would say out of 32 teams, probably at least 22, 23 teams that I was getting calls from towards the end of the draft, calling me saying, come to our team for this reason and that reason. But when I got on the phone with Carolina, talking to Eric Washington, who was the D-line coach at the time, he just sounded like the most down-to-earth, like, look, we expect you to come in, play the run, be able to rush the passer. We like what we've seen from you. And just from weighing my options from my agent and me, and just kind of getting a feel for what team would work best, the Panthers were who I chose.
Yeah, what two teams did come down? Did you have two draws?
Yeah, there was three teams actually. So it was the Panthers, Miami Dolphins, and the San Diego Chargers. So those
well, the other one's close to home then. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
What was it like to play with Joe Spectors?
Wow, Pep. I mean, he's a legend. So playing with him was crazy. Like being able to like kind of pick his brain and just get like that veteran advice. You know, because you know when I got with Pep, I felt like I was more like a veteran, but to just kind of get little cues off of him, like for example, like he pretty much got me into running. Like in my off season, I run like every day, and that was because of the advice that he gave me. Just at a player at my position, just staying as athletic as possible, running every day, I feel like just makes me more athletic.
So before you signed with the Saints, did you have any other teams that's interested?
So I had a lot of teams that were interested, but the Saints were the only team that came out and gave me an offer, and you know, pretty much guaranteed me what they guaranteed me. And yeah, I mean, I thought about it for a couple of days, and after thinking about it, I decided why not play for a team who could potentially play in the Super Bowl. So, you know, I signed with the Saints, and you know, went through OTAs, training camp, and made it through week 1 and got released, and here I am back in Carolina.
Yeah. So what's that game against the Saints going to be like for you? Maybe I'll play.
You know, I'm gonna treat it like every other game. I'm not gonna try and get too worked up. I mean, obviously they didn't think highly enough to keep me, but at the end of the day, I have an opportunity now, and I'm just gonna make the most of my opportunity that I have right now.
I mean, I told you from day one you were back in Carolina, did I not?
Yeah, who told you that?
Who told you he'd be back?
Well, whenever he got released, I was like, nah, he went back in Carolina. I told him that. He was like, well, we'll see what happens. I was like, nah, don't worry.
I even told you that.
Don't worry.
They know to be smart and take him.
What was it
Know
like
what
to
they
get the
do.
call back, like to come back to Carolina?
So I was actually at the gym just shooting hoops, and my agent called me and pretty much was like, "Hey, Carolina wants to bring you in, get a physical on you, work you out," but wasn't anything like we're for sure signing you. So, you know, I was like, I had a couple workouts prior, so I was like, maybe this is just another workout and trying to see where I'm at, and maybe I'll have an opportunity. So I did take it a little lightly. I didn't take it like, oh, I'm for sure going to be back with the Panthers. It wasn't until I actually got out here, you know, went through my physical and then realized.
Actually kind of hit you again, though. Yeah, I seen when you worked out with the Browns, too. I seen that.
Yeah, Browns and the Giants, yep.
The who?
Yeah, he said the Giants. So tomorrow's the first game that you like play in your first home game back in Carolina. So is that one going to be like a kind of a bigger deal to you since it's your first game back home? Or?
I wouldn't say a bigger deal. I would just say just the game day experience. You know, playing at home, like even just driving to the stadium, seeing the whole city and the Panther, black and blue, and just going through the tunnel and just playing at home in front of our home crowd. It's going to be special because obviously it's the first one of this year, and there was a point where I thought maybe I wasn't playing anymore. So to have the opportunity to be back in Carolina is special. So it's definitely going to be a big time day for me tomorrow.
Yeah. So what do you feel about having Joe McCoy up in front? What's that like?
Oh, I mean, solid leader up front. A guy with a ton of experience. A guy that just seems like he's been here for longer than what he's actually been here. Guys in the locker room love him, and obviously it's just a monster in the middle. With just his change of direction, his power, and his knowledge of the game. I mean, it just seems like he's always around the ball.
So what's like your go-to guy for the Panthers? Like one of your closest friends?
I would say the person I can relate to the most is Mario Addison because we're both undrafted guys.
Yeah.
He came shortly before I did, so I think we're both. He was obviously establishing himself as a premier rusher, but I think we could just both relate to our situations and what we've gone through and how we've kind of persevered through some obstacles. So I would say I'm probably closer with him.
Okay. What about Braun Burns? What do you think about him?
Just a young guy that has a ton of talent and is coming along nicely. And I'm fortunate enough to have the opportunity to ride with him on third downs and stuff like that. Working with him could definitely bring pressures and quarterback hits and sacks.
How do you start like your game day routine? Do you have like a routine for game day?
Yeah, so I would just say like I have my own little stretching routine that I do kind of off to the side, and just your normal music, and that's pretty much it. It's not like a huge game day routine, but I don't know. It's everyone's different, and some guys are real particular with what they like. But I feel like I'm pretty simple. I just kind of get ready to go, kind of get my mind focused on definitely go over like some last minute adjustments and stuff like that, just so I know based off of like personnels and by formation I kind of know if it's going to be run or pass and what type of run and what type of pass. Every day, really, as well as you can know the opponent. It really just gives you a jump on your key. The guy in front of me, what is he going to do? How does he protect? So really just kind of knowing what I want to go to when the game actually comes, and I know how to rush based off of what that guy has been giving past opponents week after week. So,
who's your favorite player of all time?
Favorite player of all time? So I was a Denver Broncos fan growing up.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. Well, hold on. Before you answer that question, what was it like playing against your favorite team in the Super Bowl?
The Super Bowl was unreal. I thought there was so much hype going into that Super Bowl. We obviously won 16 games that season, so Denver barely creeped in, and to be heavy favorites. I didn't think we were ready for the outcome that we got. So was definitely disappointing, and it's because it's hard to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's one of those subjects, you know, you bring up a little bit, but kind of want to like brush it off to the side.
Keep it on the down low.
Yeah.
All right, I mean, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but what's your favorite player there?
So like I said, I was a Broncos fan growing up, and I loved their middle linebacker, Al Wilson. So he was always my favorite player.
Any other questions?
Off topic, how about your music? I believe it's
Music, so I like house music, I like reggae music, and I like worship music, like Christian worship music. So those are probably the three genres I listen to. A little bit of hip hop, not a lot. Rap, Dylan, it was great seeing you today. I really appreciate you coming out here, asking me questions, getting to know me. We've known each other for a long time, but always good to see my boy.
I loved you and don't want nobody else.
Be yours. I always thought we could be more.